we're going on now. Your mic is what? Mic 3. Okay, don't worry. Yes. Good morning and welcome to Safety and Security on Unilag 103.1 FM. My name's Adebola Adejuba. Now, in recent times, the media has been abuzz with news of rising incidences of ritual-related killings, especially among the youths. What is more worrisome is the gruesome way they kill their victims, signaling a total collapse of morals, norms, and values in our society. Kidnapping, internet fraud, and more rampant ritual killings is no doubt a major social problem in Nigeria, as the lust for quick wealth and extravagance becomes the mantra of some Nigerian youth. On the 2nd of January this year, 2022, operatives of Bayelsa State Command arrested 3 teenage suspects for an attempted ritual killing. The suspects were all aged 15 years old. On the 29th of January again, one teenager and 2 others were allegedly caught for burning the head of a girl they killed for money ritual purposes. 17 years old Oladende, Abdul Ghaffar, 19 years old, and 20-year-old Balogun were all noticed by a local community security guard. Again on the 1st of February, a suspected ritual killer by name Timothy Odeniyi was arrested by men of the Amotekun Corps in Ondo State. Now, he says this, and then I quote, "I went to the burial ground to cut the legs and hands of one of the corpses buried there before I was caught. I had planned to take the human parts to the person that sent me to Lagos, as he promised to pay me a sum of 30 million naira once I deliver the items to him." End of quote. Today I'm looking at internet fraud, ritual killings, and the quest for quick money. And joining me live to talk about this is Clement Okafor. And Clement is a certified professional counselor. Good to have you on the program, Clement.
Hello, Debola. How are you? So good to see you again.
Yes, very well. Yes, good to be here. Good to have you as well. Now, let's talk about this increased number of ritual killings over the past 4 weeks. The rate is alarming. What do you think is responsible for this surge and unremorseful atrocity of ritual killings in our society?
Honestly, Debola, it's been quite saddening, when you hear almost every day. It's not just the day. Almost every day you hear these issues of ritual killings, especially by very, very, very young people. When we were growing up, we used to hear but maybe elderly people who were wanted money, but now the trend has changed. So it's worrisome, and a lot of factors can actually be put forward or responsible for things like this. But I will start first of all with the family.
Okay.
There's a total breakdown in the family system.
Okay.
Values, we have lost family values. Parents no longer have time. Everybody is struggling because of the economy. Everybody is trying to meet up. And then in trying to meet up, people neglect the basic thing that they are supposed to teach their children.
Right.
So values are no longer taught. If you teach a child, values, this is our family value. The moment you train your child, this is our family value, and you train them well, inculcate those values into them, those children will grow up. Even if somebody is telling them something different from the value, they will say, no, in my family, we don't do this. We believe in trust, we believe in this. But those things are gone because parents no longer have time for their children.
For the children.
Then society on its own has its own part to play. Because sometimes when parents play their part and the society where they are interacting is not complementing what the parents are doing, sometimes there's a word I want to use. There is conflict of value system. Okay. I'm teaching something that the society is teaching something else. So the society is not helping at all. This idea of when you are there, it's our time, or let's eat. No accountability. People are not accountable. If somebody suddenly gets money, for instance, somebody used to wash car or used to be at the park, and suddenly you see him driving one big car, they should be able to ask, how did this guy get this? Let's investigate. Let's find out. How did he suddenly wake up from poverty to riches, within a split of days or weeks? Nobody's accountable, But if we have a system of accountability where you can, check people, we know this person, we know how he started, we know the processes he has gone through.
Right.
We can say, yes, this person has worked hard, he deserves these riches. There's nothing like that again. Instead, they will give you chieftaincy title. You will buy houses, you marry a lot of women because you are not accountable. Then you have the corruption too. You know, the society is so corrupt. The agents of government that are supposed to look into these things, they are all corrupt because of this poverty syndrome. Everybody wants to eat. I mean, if you see somebody, I'm sorry to use it, most times you see a policeman, you look at them on the way they are dressed, they are not properly kitted and all those things. And then somebody comes to some of the, you know, somebody comes and somebody who has never seen 1 million naira in his life, and somebody suddenly brings 2 million and give him and say, look, okay, I want you to do this. The tendency is that the person will look at the money and the catalog of problems that he has, he will definitely take the money.
But then, is that a good reason to engage in such thing you mentioned as corruption?
It's not a good reason, but the society, there's no accountability. Remember I said accountability. It's not a good reason, but there's moral decadence. Morality has broken down, so people do things that they like. So right. that's the side of corruption. You also have the media. The media is not also doing what they're supposed to do. I mean, people are supposed to be trained, talked, you know, get these young guys, talk to them, lecture them on morality. I know in those days, radio stations, they used to teach things on morality. You know, these media houses, television stations, that they can get some of these youths, organize seminar, organize organize some things that you bring these youths together, you talk to them, educate them. When they are educated, an educated mind will definitely not go into such a distance.
Okay, so, let me just jump there, right there, because that's my area of expertise. Talking about the media, probably the media content as well, because I know back in the day we had things like Tales by Moonlight.
Exactly.
We had a Storyland by Jimmy Sholanke. We had Speak Out on NTA. But these days, our media content are not carefully crafted to capture these spectrum of people. Yes. So talking about the media, I do agree with you. The media has a lot to do in terms of coming up with programs designed to nurture young minds.
Exactly. So another thing again is the rush to get rich quick. There is rush.
Why do you think there's this urge, this pressure to get rich quick by all means, by any means?
It's because morality is no longer something that will go to extreme. Accountability is no longer held to extreme. People get rich. I mean, if somebody gets rich today and nobody asks the guy, how did you make it? Next person does it, nobody asks. The next, it becomes a norm. It becomes a general thing. But if there are people to watch, no. You look, there's a process of getting rich. If you follow the process, you know that for you to rise from entry level to this level at a particular organization, it will take you years to get to that level. So you know there's a process. You move from one level, but now there's no process. You can wake up today. What is important now is that you have money. Nobody wants to know how you make the money. Yeah, the guy is rich. How did he make money? I beg, leave that one. They always say the end justifies the means. Well, nobody wants to look at the means. So that is responsible for that.
Now, talking about moral decadence in our society, no values, no personal values, no family values, no national values. Now, how do we retrace our step as a people? How do we reorientate our people such that we begin to place priority on integrity and dignity as against extravagance and making money by all means?
First of all, like I said, we have to go back to the family system, because everything boils down
to the family system.
If we get it right from the family, because everybody, including those in the society, we all come from families. So if you are well brought up from your family, if you enter the society, it's just a continuation of what you have been taught from the family. I remember growing up, I mean, we had parents who were civil servants who had the opportunity to take bribe, and they said, no, I know the son of who I am. If I do this, I will disgrace my dad, I will disgrace my mom, I will disgrace my community. Those were the values that we're talking about. Because you know the son of the person that you are. You don't want to disgrace your parents. That money is good, you need the money, but you would rather maintain your dignity, maintain that trust, rather than take the money. So we need to go back to the family. The family must rise up, begin to teach morals, let's begin to craft family values. Let the families have a family vision. What's a family vision? then what is our value? Because those values will help you to drive those visions. Take time, teach these children these things one by one, so that when they get out there, if somebody else is telling them something different, they will come back and say, no, this is not what my daddy taught me or my mommy taught me. Then, like we talked about the media,
right?
The media too have a lot. They have to begin to come up with content that will help, fight some of these ills in the society, because the media has a very, very vital role to play in all these things. Of course, the media, there are many of them, WhatsApp, Instagram, all these things. If people can, begin to educate these young guys, use all the available means to begin to teach them, look, that morality is good, right. Stealing is bad, ritualism is bad. You don't have to kill somebody else to be rich. Right. When people are then you begin to teach people, conscience.
Conscience, right.
If people have conscience, why would you go and kill somebody else just to make this money that you make and live here? You're not going to go with the money. So why kill somebody?
And then I feel we also, the media also needs to come up with programs that are, intellectual, moral driven, and educative. I look across all the media stations.
I was coming to that, because our educational system too. Yes. We have to bring up is it curricula in schools, in our institutions, right, of learning. We have to begin to change our educational system, and then fashion need, to suit our need accordingly.
Let me just dwell a bit more on the media, because that's my area. That's my area of of expertise. There's what they call the media effect theory. What you repeat continuously as the media, you drum it into the ears of the society such that it becomes their subconscious. I feel the media isn't doing enough. I look across all the TV stations we have and radio stations we have. We have lots of reality TV shows being sponsored. Winners are getting 10 to 20 million. And I ask myself the question, where is the role of morals? Where is the role of education? Gone are the days of debates, on radio, on TV.
Sorry to cut you. Have you watched some of these reality shows that you have more of this moral decadence in many? I don't want to mention them. Otherwise, I would have mentioned. If in fact there's no need. Some of these Big Brother shows that you see the level of moral decadence. What people do now. What is the moral lesson? Somebody comes, does reality show, he wins 40, 50, 60 million, and then he or she ends up, or that reality show ends up corrupting people and making their condition
and worse. This is sending a subtle message to the youth out there watching this show that, hey, you can cut corners to make money.
Exactly.
Let's talk about our music content. Do you feel this has a role to play in the quest for quick money and luxury and extravagance?
Yes, I think, in fact, the music industry has even, if I don't know, I can even say about 60% to play, because these young people are looking at those musicians as their role models, and many of those musicians have nothing to offer. If you listen to some of the lyrics of their music, you'll be amazed that some of them are even abusing the so-called listeners, and because they are beating and they are dancing and they are abusing them and they are dancing, and a lot of those things have nothing to offer. Our music industry, they have to do something concerning, because it has the greatest influence on these young people, and a lot of them live extravagant lives. They live extravagant life, the way they dress, the way and these children want to be like those people. Those are the people they want to emulate. Those are the people that are their role models. I mean, it's not hidden. A lot of these Naira Marley, all these ones, and a lot of them, what do they have to offer?
Okay, let me just quickly announce the program is Safety and Security on Unilag 103.1 FM. My name is Adebola Aditbel. Yesterday I'm talking about internet fraud, ritual killings, and the quest for quick money. This craze, this drive, this thirst for quick money, we're looking at what are the causes. And my guest right here in the studio is Clement Okafor, a certified professional counselor. Let me share with you an experience I had on a social media platform, Instagram to be specific. And then I wrote a comment underneath a post, and then someone replied me to say, where are the jobs you have provided? Because the post was about a ritual killing, and I was negating the comment, saying, no, this is unacceptable. A fellow follower on that platform replied my message and said, where are the jobs you have created? And I thought to myself, it's no reason. I reply, it gives you no reason. It gives you no audacity to take the life of a human or to kidnap or engage in internet fraud. The boldness is alarming. People now come out boldly to say they are into Yahoo Yahoo.
Yeah.
They come out with so much gusto to say they are into ritual killings. I saw a video on Facebook of 3 young boys who says, I can't get it right now, I could have played the audio for you, who said they are going to use their girlfriends for rituals. It's bad enough that you're engaged in ritual killings. Exactly. It's more disturbing and worrisome that you can boldly come out to say this is what you engage in. What do you think is responsible for this crazy boldness of something they should be remorseful about?
Well, like I told you, some of these guys are on drugs. Drug is another thing also. So a lot of them are on drugs, and of course those drugs we're told. I don't take any, so I don't know, but what they usually tell us that these drugs makes them very, very high. And when they take these drugs that they take, nobody means anything to them. Once they're on drug, they can talk boldly, they can do anything boldly. It is only when the effect of the drug, comes down that sometimes they begin to realize, okay, so I did this, I did that. So that is one of the major things. What many of them are on drugs. There's an influence. There's something that is influencing them to do those things. Some of those things are not natural. They are not normal. They take abnormal substances, that make them high. So when they are doing those things, they don't even bother the consequence. They don't look at the other person's feeling. Just again, like this joblessness. Actually, if you look at it, the usual English they say is that the idle mind is the devil's workshop. If somebody is busy doing meaningful work, you would think less about rituals. You think less about using somebody to make rituals. If government can provide jobs for some of these guys, some of them are very intelligent, some of them are even graduates, some of them are undergraduates, people that can think, people that can do things. But these guys are jobless. Today lecturers are on strike. Next tomorrow they come back. Tomorrow again they start. These guys, they become restless. And once they are restless, they want to do something. They want to be active, irrespective of what they are doing. Nobody cares. So joblessness sometimes is a factor. It's a problem.
In as much as I agree with you.
But I'm not justifying it.
But an idle mind is a devil's workshop.
I'm not saying that.
Where are the days of I would rather die than take a life? Where are the days of I would rather stay by myself and go hungry than kill a fellow human?
It boils down to the family values.
Where are those days? Where are those days? I agree, yes, the government has a lot to do in terms of provision of jobs. But then, we as a people, where is our dignity?
It's gone. Let's talk pursuing money.
Now let's talk about there's a recent post by the Nigerian Police Force, Ogun State Command precisely, and who said the increase in ritual killings among young people has been as a result of promotion of such in Nollywood movies. According to him, he said he had 2 suspects, 18-year-old, who beheaded their girlfriend. And then they said, one of the things they said was that they learned all this evil acts and ritual killings from some of the Nollywood movies they watched. What's your reaction to this?
Well, just like the case of joblessness that you talked about, I can also relate it that way. We all watch movies. Sometimes there are morals to learn from those movies. There are movies that I watch with my children, and then we begin to analyze, begin to tell them this thing they are doing is not normal. They are just, this thing you are watching is good. You are watching it so that you can watch and see that these things happen in the society. But I want you to know that it is not normal. When you watch a movie where they practice all these rituals, what they are telling you is that these things are things that happen in the society. Now, the onus, it behoves you now to bring your children, sit them down, tell them the morals in that thing. That yes, people are killing to make money, but in the real sense, we are not supposed to kill people to make money. Because when you kill another person to make money, you are taking someone else's life, and nobody has the right to take anybody's life. Yes, they are acting them. Nollywood is acting them. They are promoting them. People are acting those things. They are making money. But the moral side of it is that these things are happening. People should be careful. See it so that you know if somebody confronts you, if somebody comes to you to say, oh boy, come on, there's this place I will take you. If you go there, you are going to be very rich. Tell the person that you are not in a hurry to make money. There's a process to make. If you want to get rich quick, definitely there are things that you must do that must not conform to normal way. Nobody, even Bible says it. He that is quick to make rich, the Bible says, he that is quick to make rich shall not be innocent. You will not be innocent if you are quick to make riches, because you are going to contravene the normal laws, of success. So I don't think I won't say yes. Nollywood, yes, they promote those things, but for me, what they are telling us is that these things happen in the society. Be careful so that you don't become part of this thing. If somebody confronts you to do this, don't follow the person, because you already have this information ahead.
Okay, our time is fast spent. Let me just have your closing words to parents out there, to guardians out there, as against, how to properly raise their children such that they don't become, perpetrators of ritual killings.
Well, my last word is that let us go back to God. Let's fear God and keep His commandment. Bible tells us in Proverbs, it says, train up a child in the way he should grow, so that when he grows, he will not depart from it. It is the responsibility of the family to train up their children. Teach them the proper way. Teach them the God way. Pray with them. Pray for them. Teach them how to pray. Teach them how to respect God. Teach them how to know God. If they know God, definitely they will not go into all these kind of things. So let the family go back to the purpose of God establishing the family. We have to raise people with that. I mean, healthy people that are whole, people that are responsible, people that cherish values. If the family can go back and do that, then this spiritual killing issue will end.
All right, and that's the most we can take on today's edition of Safety and Security. My guest has been Clement Okafor, a certified professional counselor. Let me also lend my voice to the media out there. That's my area of influence. Yes, the media out there, we need to exist just more than making money. We need to exist just beyond the making profit. It's time to start drafting and crafting programs that teach morals to young minds. Yes, it's time to start designing programs, that are educative, moral-driven, to help shape and craft the mind of this young adult. That's what they call the media effect theory. The more you repeat this content of program, the more you form their mind in a particular way. All right, that's the most you can take today. My name is Adebola Adejugba. Till I come your way again next time with another interesting topic. Stay safe and stay secured. Bye for now.
Are you telling me that all this rush that I've rushed?
It's up to 5 minutes now. Yes, no.